Tell me about the decision to make this film and the story that you wanted to tell.
I was forced to go out for a year and go hit the road hard late in life, like when I was like 45 or something, and I was miserable, and it was humbling, and it was degrading, and then I started seeing it all around me. I started seeing all these guys that were TV stars and sometimes movie stars and all this, and they're coming on my podcast, and I've got a plug that they're at Hilarities in Wisconsin for 4 days, and these guys are 50, and they're like, well, I got divorced, and got out of rehab, and money manager screwed me over, and there's no TV deals for 50-year-old dudes anymore, and back on the road, So this feeling of, here you are, ironically, traveling around the world and around the country telling jokes, but you're miserable. Seemed like a good backdrop, to do a story for me. And then I just realized, oh my God, I'll just start collecting all these experiences I had and all these situations I had and put them into this movie.
Your character was on the Bro Show, and your former partner now is a late night talk show host. I mean, that's the characters in the film somewhat resemble your life.
Yes.
Were you at all concerned or nervous that maybe you were making the film too personal?
No, I realized it was my story to a certain degree, but who the hell knows my story? Most people don't know your story, and if they do, they know bite-sized pieces of it, but they don't know it. But what I'll do is I'll take fun stuff from my own life, and then other things I'll just completely manufacture out of whole cloth, My ex-partner Jimmy went on to be a huge late night success. I never had a meeting with Jimmy where he asked me to be the audience warm-up guy. I just thought that would be a very good twist. Jimmy's the nicest, most generous, friendliest guy on the planet, and I spent a lot of time with him and his family, and he loves my kids, and I was at his house for the Super Bowl getting drunk, like, I don't have, Jimmy is not that guy.
Your romantic lead, Diane Farr, obviously you have known her for years. Did that make that relationship a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable for you on set to do, because you're working with someone that you've known so well?
Diane Farr, I just know, I know her personally, but I know her to be a really good actress, and she is a good actress, and I knew that she was sort of age appropriate. I didn't want to make this guy with Scarlett Johansson, not that she was available to me, but I didn't want to make her a 26-year-old hottie, with fake boobs, I wanted her to be a attractive, age appropriate woman for this guy. I hate it when you see a romantic comedy and the woman is just there to move the dude's story along. Like, she's just a pretty chick who's there to move it along.
That's almost every Hollywood movie.
I know. And they don't have any dialogue.
Yeah, no,
their dialogue's like, I don't know if I'm ready to love again. And I go, well, you better think about it. And then they leave, But I wanted her to, like, bust my chops and be a little bit tough and have a sense of humor, So I gave her a lot of jokes and a lot of stuff, and I didn't want her to be that person that was just staring out the window longingly waiting for my pickup truck to come up the driveway. I wanted her to be like kind of forward and tough and ballsy, and Diane is so smart and such a good actress that I didn't really want to insult her by just giving her a bunch of fluffy romantic crap,
Yeah. Last thing I want to ask you about is the great Larry Miller. I'm a huge Larry Miller fan.
Larry is great, and he's a really good comedic actor, and I came up with this gimmick with the wigs because Larry was bald and he had brain surgery because he fell and hit his head, and so he had this big scar on his head and he was bald, and I was like, all right, well, we got to put a wig on him. And then I thought, he looks ridiculous in the wig, and then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if we just kept changing the wigs all the time?
And that's
So-
part of the character.
Yeah, so that was part of like his flamboyant guy was like, I got my meeting wig, I got my serious wig, I got my with the chicks wig, I got my poolside wig, like he's just a flamboyant character. I like about him and his character is he is the only guy in this movie that's kind of from another movie, like in the sense that he's much bigger than this movie. I was a little worried about his character being from another movie. Like this movie was really grounded. And I just sort of thought to myself, let him just be that guy. Like, and he says it, you know. I mean, I say to him, you're effing nuts. And he says, I'm nuts. Look at this house. Look at those cars. Look at the chicks. I'm nuts. Like, with his nutty wig, he got to say, you think I'm crazy? You know, you don't think I should be in this movie? Look at this.